Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to another video. Today, forgive the display. I'm sick as shit right now, but I had to get this video recorded. As of very recently, Steam has been put under scrutiny by its payment processors to censor and remove certain games with certain thematic elements, yada yada. Um, while I do agree with getting rid of these slop fucking adult games, I also don't think that Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, any of them should be the ones who are allowed to make the decision. If your Visa, MasterCard, or PayPal, your only job is to process payments and shut the fuck up. Like that's your only job. So, huge company overreach by these payment processors, content that may violate the rules and standards set forth by Steam's payment processors and related card networks and banks or internet network providers, in particular, certain kinds of adult only content. Now, while I am okay with getting rid of these games, like I said before, Steam should be the ones to make that decision on whether something gets removed or remains on the platform. Like I said, uh, the payment processor, their only job is to be a neutral party and process payments. That's it. They don't have a reputation. Nobody gives a shit that they exist. All right. Well, they do have a reputation now, and it's not a good one, especially if you're Visa. Um, MasterCard and PayPal are also joining in this bullshit. I also want to make it very clear right off the gate that Steam is not to blame here. Steam has no power. The only way that Steam could possibly circumvent this issue is if they started their own bank with their own payment processor and you had to use a Steam debit card in order to purchase and buy goods on Steam, right? That's the only way to do that. So unfortunately, that's just not going to work. This is not going to work. I mean, they could do it. They do have the capital to do it if they wanted to. Um, I honestly do believe that there should be more payment processors. We should have a fuck ton of payment processors because then that puts the pressure on MasterCard and Visa to fall in line. But this is not the first time that they have acted on their own accord. Um, Hold on a second. I'm going to plug in my mouse. It's going to freaking die. So let's look at the history of Visa and MasterCard as far as company overreach. So the Visa MasterCard class action lawsuit involves a $5.5 billion settlement for businesses that accept these cards between 2004 and 2019. Uh, the lawsuit alleged that Visa and MasterCard colluded to set artificially high interchange fees on merchants. So we can establish that they are not merchant friendly. We can establish that they have been sued in the past for colluding together in a way to act an oppressive in an oppressive manner. Okay. So we can establish these things. Okay, they've had a class action lawsuit uh for this, right? So if we jump to this is Steam's new rule, we have also had a big issue with Japan's government, which by the way, um I have nothing against Japan or Japanese people, but y'all are the biggest group of fucking cowards I've ever met in my life. Anytime it seems like anything makes it to Japanese fucking parliament, anytime it makes it to the Japanese government, a decision is never made that is beneficial towards its own people. And I just don't understand it. I don't understand why it is the way it is. But again, we have an issue where Japan did not show the backbone they needed to show, other than launching an investigation into Japan's Visa unit. Um, Visa Japan had also been criticized for its aggressive campaign against Japanese retailers and digital storefronts, targeting sale of doujin and erotic material, aka hentai. Um, like I said before, it should not be up to the payment processor on what material gets bought and paid for on their platform. Now, where did um oh, now we're gonna look at where this issue with Steam came from. So so the Steam community is currently up in arms. Visa and MasterCard delisting games. This is very concerning that there are rumors of such games being delisted at the behest of payment processors. Um, Obviously, this has kind of set the world on fire as far as like gaming goes. Because like, keep in mind, like you might think, oh, they're just getting rid of adult content. It's not that big a deal. It's not. It's not until the U.S. has a falling out with fucking Italy or has a falling out with China, like they always do, or has a fallout with Japan or fallout with the UK or whatever, and that fucking bag that you were gonna order that has to go through the UK fucking um uh what the fuck's it, customs, it has to go through UK customs in order to get here, or it has to be essentially settled as a payment in the UK before brought over here. um Visa can just say no, you don't get to buy that bag. Visa can just say no, you don't get to order that really cool pair of fucking Nikes that you have to fucking get shipped from Japan or get shipped from China. Um, they say you can't get that new Samsung phone. They pretty much have full control over anything and everything that you purchase. This is the start of that. Okay. Um, they have acted on their own for a long time. They have colluded several times already. I mean, I just showed you a little bit here. I want you to spread this message around. I want you to make sure people that are out there are aware, big creators especially. We need to get the word out that they are pushing their limits and overstepping, overreaching, trying to censor the things that you can and cannot buy, because it only starts here. It starts here because it's a moral win. And then after here, that's when it jumps from a moral win to a control. All right. Then they're like, I don't like how much money you spent this month. We're just gonna shut your card off. That's what it's gonna end up becoming, right? Um, so essentially, the government's gonna have to go in. They're gonna have to mandate that they essentially cannot deny payment processes on their platform. Um, and there should be a mandatory rule that whatever the platform is, say a Steam, or maybe it's the Xbox store, or Amazon, or whatever it is that you're using the payment processor for, it'll be up to that platform whether or not they wish to keep or remove the items that are for sale, because I will say they have the right as a company to remove your ability to purchase such items. Should they though? No. They absolutely should not. They can, but they shouldn't. That's like, it's like an unspoken rule type situation, right? Because unspoken rules are all well and dandy until enough people break them and they're abused and they're used in a way that is unfit for the consumer. Now we have to get Parliament involved. Now we have to get the government involved. We have to say, hey, enough is enough. You've acted as a cartel. You've acted as a bully, and you're pushing your own narrative now. So we're gonna have to put some rules in place that essentially keep you from doing what you want to do. I would also like to see more payment processors made. I really would. I would like to see much more payment processors made. So then you don't have to use a Visa, a MasterCard, a fucking whatever. All right, the more that we can get, the better, because that forces them to stay in line and stay consumer friendly because they have competition. Right now, there is no competition, and we've already seen right here. Hold on, let me switch. We've already seen right here that they have colluded in the past, and they will collude again in order to make anything that they want go their way. So get the word out. MasterCard, Visa, absolutely overstepping and trying to censor, trying to remove, and trying to take away your content, that your hard-earned money. If you want to spend it on this crap game bullshit, all the power to you. You worked for it. It's your money. You should be able to do what you want with it. Obviously, should there be censored stuff as far as like um pedophilia, that sort of thing? Obviously. But that is something that Steam itself needs to get rid of. That's their responsibility. Not a responsibility on the payment processor. Their only job, like I said before, is to process payments and shut up. So the fact that they're doing this and they've done it in the past and they have not been checked at all, this is a government issue. It needs to be sent to every top government official you can and get the word out about it. Don't let them forget about it. I mean, absolutely go fucking ballistic on this. Share it everywhere. Number one trending on everything. And then they have to do it. They have to change it. That's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it. Just like the Epstein thing. Just don't shut up about it. Just keep fucking bringing it up. Anytime there's a press conference, anytime there's an interview, just don't let them, like right here. Hold on. Let me switch back. Right here. Epstein Trump cover up. Still top trending. Still top 10. Still top trending in politics. This is the type of energy we need to bring with this Visa MasterCard shit, because this is not the first time and it won't be the last if we don't nip it in the butt. So, that being said, that's the end of this video. I'm fucking sick. I'm about to go blow my nose again. So, fuck you and have a great day. Catch you in the next video. Later.